Fabulous Las Vegas on this Saturday night, decided tonight's match in the USL Championship as Las Vegas Lights FC hosts San Diego Loyal SC. It's the fourth meeting of the season. Las Vegas looking for its first ever win over San Diego. San Diego looking to bounce back after a midweek loss at Oakland. A very good evening, Matt Peterson with former Houston Dynamo midfielder Andrew Driver. And what are you watching for tonight?
Well, I think for the Lights, it's a case of trying to play for pride. They're going on a torrid run of form, and I think Steve Trundle, the manager, will want to see them play for the shirts and want to impress, to try and get a little bit of pride back in from the season. And they're up against a very good San Diego Loyal team, second in division. There's no easy games in this USL Championship.
Good news for Steve Trundle and Las Vegas Lights. Cal Jennings is back on loan from LAFC. He leads the team with 7 goals in 14 appearances this season.
Well, I don't think anyone can deny that the Lights are a better team when Jennings is playing. He brings pace, he brings power, and he's obviously scored 7 goals this season. He's had great form, and he's been rewarded by being called up to the LAFC first team. But as you see here, he knows where the net is. He's a hungry striker, and you can see the way he plays. He's just 100% and pace, power, and he's definitely, I think, probably been the best player for the Lights this season.
24-year-old grew up in Atlanta, played for Georgia United. And for San Diego, it's an embarrassment of riches up front for Landon Donovan. Tumi Moshabani will come off the bench tonight. He has 8 goals in 23 appearances to lead San Diego.
Yeah, 8 goals on the season is a fantastic tally, isn't it? And you see there, he's got great pace and good finishing ability, and he's got a good team behind him that has been feeding him all season, and he's definitely a threat. To have the embarrassment of riches that San Diego Loyals have, and have the ability to bring him off the bench tonight, shows how good a team this Loyals team is.
A unique route to San Diego. Grew up in South Africa, Olivet Nazarene University in Illinois before USL Championship. It's San Diego and Las Vegas. Kickoff from Cashman is next.
Whoever you are, you're one of us. Whatever you want, we'll get you there. If you're not like anyone else, you're just what we're looking for. It's time to enroll in your future. Nevada State College.
Just like these canyons were carved by wind and water, our lives are shaped by the experiences we have, and there's nobody we'd rather adventure with than each other. Mountain biking is a tough sport. Challenges seem like opportunity. The uphill grind pays off when you fly through the downhill. Our Subaru Crosstrek takes us everywhere. There's no road untraveled, no trail unseen.
Maintain the love with complimentary maintenance when you purchase or lease a new Subaru. SubaruLasVegas.com.
Believe me, with a head as big as yours, there's nothing better than the Highlander. The Highlander will seat up to 8 people.
Ooh, John has piqued Cash's interest. He got him with the economic hybrid engine. Cash is low on cash, but thankfully, John has an attractive finance offer.
I'll do anything to sell you a car.
Cashman Field in Las Vegas. Las Vegas Lights trying to win its first ever game against San Diego. Winless in 6, 4 defeats and 2 draws. Good atmosphere here tonight. And Vegas should be the more rested team. Last time out, September 15, a 4-1 loss at Phoenix. And the return of Cal Jennings for Las Vegas Lights.
I think a long layoff might actually suit the team this week. Chance for Steve Trundle to really get the players in training and work on a few things. And when you have 2 games a week like they have for a long spell of time and you're losing, it can be very difficult.
Here's the lineup for Landon Donovan in San Diego. 4 changes from the team, which lost at Oakland on Wednesday.
Yes, this team obviously has done fantastically well this season. Sat second in the division, and Williams is a threat up front. But I like Curry Herzog in behind him, playing the number 10 position. But he'll also chip in with a good amount of goals.
Herzog, Martinez, and Williams each have a great track record of success scoring goals in this league. And for Las Vegas under Steve Cherundolo, first game in 10 days, Cal Jennings is back. No Roberto Molina. Molina is with El Salvador. They played Guatemala in a friendly last night, his second ever call-up. Let's see the 11. Rando makes his 21st consecutive start and goal.
He's been done fantastically well, Rando, this season. He's grown into the position. I know Coach Trundle is extremely happy. I'm looking forward to seeing Danny Trejo tonight. He's come back after an injury. He's now starting to get those legs under him, a bit of match fitness, and I'd like to see him make an impact on the game tonight.
Here we go. The referee, Eligio Adeguin. Las Vegas in its white and blue uniform. San Diego in its black and Tory green jerseys. Throw in far side. It's good for Las Vegas. They played Phoenix 10 days ago, lost 4-1, but Coach Cherundolo told me yesterday by phone that San Diego plays a similar style. They like to pull you apart. They like to spread. You have to get pressure higher up the field.
Yeah, the Loyals have some extremely experienced players in the team, and they have a set way of playing. It's one of the teams in the league that has kept the core together for the last few seasons, and you can definitely see them developing and growing as the seasons go on. And I think Coach Cherundolo will want to see his team have the confidence to pass, even though they're against a very good team. He'll want to see them show the ability to play the game and play without any fear.
Injured player for San Diego, early stages of this one. Douglas Martinez, on loan from Real Salt Lake since August 23rd. He's one of the 3 that have scored many goals in this league as we look back at our Finley Toyota replay.
Oh, it's a sore one. It's one of those that bounces back and catches you on the end of the nose. I think his eyes will be watering a little bit after that one.
Honduran, 17 goals in 25 games with Real Monarchs in 2019. Played in 7 games with Real Monarchs before the loan 1 month ago. Here's Rando. Great showing at Phoenix. 10 saves. He leads the league in saves this season. Outside of the right foot from Guido. Cleared from Las Vegas.
Kind of a funny cross from Guido, wasn't it? He looked like he was shaping up to have a strike and goal, and then kicked it with the outside of his foot.
Good win from Jennings. Oh, the possibilities were on. San Diego was caught out. There was 2 in behind. Vital interception there from Charlie Adams.
Hey, you don't want to be dilly-dallying on the ball with Cal Jennings around. He'll put the pressure on him and win it. A bit of an early wake-up call for the central defender there for San Diego. Jennings will not give up on any play, and you see there he's hungry to win the ball off the defenders.
Guido leaves it here. Elijah Martin, 24-year-old from Fresno. Well traveled in this division, previously with Fresno FC, Tampa Bay Rowdies, and LA2. Herzog will leave it for Elijah Martin. Charlie Adams. And across the back with Josh Yara, the former Georgetown Hoya. Good build up here from San Diego. Low cross from the right, swept away. Jennings and Yara battle at the center circle. Picked up by San Diego in a good spot. Clearance comes. Now it's Jennings, who's been very active here in the first 4 minutes. Good strength, he's bounced off two, still on his feet. It's Cal Jennings, finally dispossessed. What a run from Jennings from midfield. Elijah Martin saved the day for San Diego.
But that's where he's so good, isn't it? He finds these little pockets of space, and when you play the ball into his feet, the first thing that he thinks about every time is how can I impact the game, and he always tries to turn and run at defenders. He passed 2 defenders there, unfortunately couldn't get past the last one, but so positive from Jennings, and that is what, when he doesn't play for the Lights, they really miss the impact that he can make in those situations.
Adams. Kept in play by Elijah Martin. Up this near sideline, flicked on, foot race here. Leon will get there a few steps in front. Augustine Williams leading the line. Moshe Bani will likely come off the bench for Landon Donovan. Augustine Williams, 13 goals in 17 games with LA2 last season. He joined San Diego on loan in August. So a few loanees with great track record within USL Championship. And then you add to that Corey Herzog, who's a San Diego player but has loads of goals in his career.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier that they built on the squad they had from last year, and then they've added these additions of goal scorers is real. It's like a real great addition for the squad. They've really now got firepower. The fact that Moshe Bani is on the bench as a top goal scorer, and you have the ability to bring someone like Williams in to replace him, it really is an embarrassment of riches.
Charlie Adams scored San Diego's first ever goal against Las Vegas last March. That was the only game before the pandemic disrupted the season. 15 appearances last year. He's been a regular for Landon Donovan again here in 2021, the 26-year-old from England. To the back post. Another corner coming for San Diego.
That's a magnificent ball into the box, and a great pace and bend on the ball. And you see that Loyal's defended, well, the Loyal's attackers, they're flying in for the headers. Defended well from Las Vegas in the end, but great delivery from Adams.
Adams will take his time. 4 assists in 25 appearances on the season. He's the team leader with 39 chances created on the season. In swinger, nodded down and cleared. It was Martinez who got his head to it for San Diego. Good defending in the end for Las Vegas. Now the Lights try and break. Good step to head away at midfield, and Steve Trundle off the bench. A good first touch.
Still has it.
To Dylan Presto. Presto, it's back in play. Colin Martin scored a great goal to level things for San Diego at Oakland. A second half penalty gave Oakland Roots a 2-1 win. A real surprise Oakland has been this year after a really slow start. They've been displaced home games at several different venues, but they've been very competitive, especially in the second half of this season.
But the Roots development over the season has been incredible, hasn't it? In the form they're in, they now look probably favourites to make the playoffs. They've already caught up to Coma and overlapped them. Well, to begin the season, you would have given them no hope of that.
Roots enters play tonight, 31 points from 25 matches. Jordan Farrell doing a great job. Tacoma, even on points, 4 goals back in the goal difference department, but 1 game in hand for Tacoma. Corner kick coming for Las Vegas Lights. Teddy Trejo will deliver. He's been a regular as of late. For Steve Tarundolo, who's very pleased with his developments. Trejo's corner kick. It's a nasty one right towards the edge of the 6 and headed clear. Good dive on that, bending back towards the edge of the 6.
Yeah, good bend right into the danger area for the Lights. What I'm encouraged with there is Danny Trejo pressing the defence, winning the corner, and really attacking on the front foot. we've seen the Lights sometimes they've been dominated by other teams. I like to see them, especially at Cashman, to be forceful in the press and put the opposition defense under pressure.
Southern Nevada Water Authority only water 3 times a week as the load delivery is handled by Alex Rando. League leader, 95 saves to lead the USL Championship this season. 21st consecutive start tonight. Here's some high press from San Diego. This was something Coach Trundle told me about his development. They want to see Rando make those decisions, when to go long, when to play short, dictating the tempo of the game from his own box.
Yeah, I was just about to say, as the season's gone and he's really grown, hasn't he? Especially on the ball, he's particularly good in kicking. And you see again here that the high press from Las Vegas really putting San Diego under pressure. But no, Rando's really, what I'm impressed with is his development in dominating the area has improved a lot. I thought when he first came in, maybe he was a little bit meek, didn't want to dominate his box. But as the season's gone on, he's grown in confidence and he's really improved in stature.
Adams sure does cover a lot of ground. He pops up between the center backs, he gets wide, he gets forward. Such a vital part of Landon Donovan's team, number 6 for San Diego.
Yeah, they're very strong in the middle there. Him and Colin Martin.
Meanwhile, the break is on. Christian Torres is in. He's looking for options. He pulls it back edge of the box to defending. Picked up by Trejo. Trejo has a possibility. Trejo centers it. Corner kick to Las Vegas. Last touch by Miguel Ibarra.
Great play from Torres, wasn't it? He found a little bit of space down the right-hand side. He went all the way, and I like the fact he lifted his head and pulled the ball back towards Danny Trejo. Trejo had good strength to win the ball, and you thought it was just opened up for him that little bit. Good play from Torres, you see here. He looked up, he saw Trejo joining the attack, maybe a foul. You felt there, maybe if Trejo had just pulled the trigger, it would have been a good opportunity to open the scoring. But positive signs from the Lights, they're really going forward and attacking.
The corner kick was claimed by Dylan Castanera. He makes his San Diego debut tonight. He's 26 years of age, from New Jersey. Joined on loan from Inter Miami on September 3rd. Experience in USL League One with Fort Lauderdale CF. There's a big cross from the left. It's high and wide from Alejandro Guido. So some injuries for Landon Donovan's goalkeeping core. Austin Guerrero is the backup tonight. Trey Muse still out with an upper body injury, so the debut for Castanera on loan from Inter Miami.
With that in mind, I think the Lights will want to try and test him early doors, won't they? A goalkeeper on his debut can sometimes have a little bit of the jitters, a little bit of nerves. You'll want to see the Lights, maybe even if you get the opportunity from 20 yards, just put a little tester in there.
Jennings wins it. Cross from the left, nobody there at the back post. It's going to roll out for a very deep throw-in for San Diego.
No, great ball into the box, but as a manager, you're happy with that. It's a throw-in all the way into the San Diego half. The Lights want to keep them in that position, have some territory, and try and push up. I think at times they've maybe been on the receiving end of possession and don't really play the territory game particularly well.
Herzog, direct ball forward, good strength. And turn. Augustine Williams with a big switch. Williams gets back in the box. He wanted the return ball. 4 forward for San Diego. Good numbers back for Las Vegas. Last time these teams met, a 5-1 win for San Diego at Torres Stadium. Last time they met here, a 2-1 win back in June. Tumi Moshobane, Alejandro Guido, both with a brace on the season. 3 wins for San Diego over Las Vegas in the 3 prior meetings. Direct over the top. Herzog peeks to his right. Herzog. Guido. Guido bending it off the post. It hits Rando and it's cleared. Free kick to Las Vegas. A foul called on Augustine Williams. But what a terrific effort it was from Guido. He had Rando beaten, but it was saved by the post.
Oh yeah, we had a fantastic angle on it, didn't we, to see the strike. He's just bent it right round perfectly. He couldn't have placed that any better. And the inside of the post, for the lights, a little bit of luck that it bounced into Avia's path and he managed to clear it. But fantastic play from Guido, and you just see the little bit of, it just needed that little extra bit of bend. It had Rando beaten at the far post.
Guido, 3 goals, 2 assists on the season in 23 appearances. Was an LAFC player on loan to San Diego last year, scored 5 times. He's a Southern California native, grew up in Chula Vista, went to Mater Dei High School in Chula Vista, played for the Tijuana Academy. Also its U20s and senior team. Free kick coming to Las Vegas. Guido called for the foul. Smart play in an advanced position there from Presto.
Yeah, good play from the young man, wasn't it? Used his body well, knocked it past the Guido, used his pace, and a good free kick in a dangerous area.
Dylan Presto is an academy player for LAFC, gaining some playing time here as the season progresses into September. Christian Torres will deliver this, 17-year-old from Fontana. LAFC player on loan to Las Vegas Lights. Good ball back post, headed out for a corner kick. The touch came from Douglas Martinez.
Yeah, good angle on the delivery from Torres, really into a good area, making the defense work there. And it's good from the Lights, getting a little bit of pressure up in the right areas.
Another corner kick coming from Danny Trejo. In swinger, and it's headed wide. Another corner kick coming for Las Vegas. Trejo will cross the other side. He's from Mendota, California, west of Fresno. Very small town known as the Cantaloupe Center of the World, and he's really risen from Mendota, went to Cal State Northridge, was the Big West Offensive Player of the Year, and now he's playing for Las Vegas Lights. In a good spot once again. That's 3 consecutive quality deliveries from Danny Trejo.
Yeah, great ball into a dangerous area again. I'm really looking forward to seeing him play tonight. He's come off the bench quite often this season. He's shown sparks. He's obviously coming back from quite a lengthy injury. So now he's getting match fitness back into his legs, and I think he's shown glimpses of real quality. So I look forward to seeing a longer spell of him on the pitch.
Colin Martin out of the back. Throw into Las Vegas. Pretty even start to this game. The closest chance, Alejandro Guido. Bending effort low and off the far post. Ibarra heads away. Free kick to Las Vegas. This is something that Las Vegas will have to contend with. They're a young team. Many of the teams in the division have a size advantage, and they have to match the physicality.
And I think the Loyals are particularly a big team, and you see the likes of Williams up front. It's a big fella. Herzog's a big fella. They're going to be up against it in set pieces tonight. They're going to have to show the will and desire to match the physicality of San Diego. But this is what is so great about the USL Championship. It gives these young men an opportunity to play against experienced players and to learn and to develop their game.
Nice work, Leon. He got there ahead of Herzog. It's a goal kick to Las Vegas. Remember, water your landscape only on your 3 assigned days a week to avoid hefty wastewater fines. It's the law. Stay water smart.
One real positive for the Lights tonight is you get Traore and Leon back there together. I think they're 2 of the better performing players for the Lights this season, and to have them in the back four, it's been a little bit disjointed in recent weeks with injuries back there, and obviously Fall going to the first team and not being available. So it's good to get them back together, and gives it a little bit more strength for the Lights to build off.
Leon makes his 19th start for Las Vegas tonight. It's an 18th start for Mohamed Traore.
It shows you how Mamadou Fall has gone into the LAFC first team, has performed particularly well. And you take into that account that the Lights had him for the majority of the early season. You've lost a big part of your defence and the backbone of the team. And I think this form has come with, it's been the progression of how well some of the guys did early in the season for the Lights. They've managed to move on to the LAFC team.
Here are the match odds brought to you by Westgate Superbook.
Yeah, you would expect Loyal second in the division to probably be favourites. But as we've mentioned before, any time you come to Cashman, it's going to be difficult. And if the Lights are on the game, it isn't a given victory for the Loyals.
Thrown in, Yarrow comes out to head away in front of Trejo. Josh Yarrow from Ghana, number 2 overall pick by the Philadelphia Union in Major League Soccer in 2016. Nice play there from Trejo. He maybe caught Elijah Martin flat-footed, played it off his shins for a corner.
Clever play, really clever play. They've realised they've put some dangerous balls into the box. They've had a free corners early doors, and a real good start to the game for the Lights.
5th corner kick for Las Vegas. Through the first 20 minutes, Leon settles, and it's cleared by San Diego. All the way back to Rando. 20 years of age, grew up in New York, played college soccer at Virginia. Came up to the New York City FC Academy. Patient across the back. Avila, Traore, Leon, Presto left to right for Steve Cherundolo. Here's our injury report presented by Dignity Health Physical Therapy. Jennings bombing forward. Off to the left, too heavy up for a goal kick. Ijmadu, Sisiuche, and Owaski remain out. A few remain injured for San Diego: Metcalf, Blake, Muse, and Laraz.
Yeah, we're in that stage of the season, aren't we, where the games start to catch up with players, and you start to see that injury list start to expand a little bit, and this why you need a full squad as the season goes on.
Herzog had some great battles in the rivalry between Reno and Las Vegas. 23 goals for Herzog the last 2 years for Reno before moving to San Diego. Over 200 games in the USL Championship, now over 70 goals. Frank DeRoma, back for Tony Leon. Dylan Presto.
So you have to be impressed with the recruitment of San Diego, don't you? Bringing in the likes of Herzog, Williams. They had a squad that was developing last year, and you've just added it.
That's a good build-up off to the left. It doesn't come off from Torres, but Jennings has been very interested and involved here through the first 22 minutes. There's a bending ball and a foot race. Nice step that time. Traore gets there first, plays it back to Rando.
That's what Traore brings, doesn't he? Traore and Leon, they bring great pace back there defensively. And you saw in that instance, it looked like Williams was going to get on to the end of a nice through ball, but the recovery pace of Traore is fantastic and cleared the danger in that situation.
Finlay Chevy, keys to the game. Take us through those, Andrew.
Well, the Lights obviously need to capitalise on their chances. They're running on a little bit of poor form, so they need to try and turn that around. Transition defence, you've seen already in the game tonight, San Diego throwing bodies forward. The Lights need to match that. The Loyal obviously being physical against a younger team and keep the pressure on. They don't want to let the Lights gain in confidence. They'll want to put the pressure on early doors and not let Las Vegas into the game.
Headed down. Offside flag was up. A common refrain week after week from Coach Cherundolo is that Las Vegas is very good from box to box, but not in the boxes, not avoiding mistakes on the defensive end and finishing chances on the offensive end.
And we've mentioned as well, it all comes with experience, doesn't it? And well, experience and confidence. When you've lost so many games in a row, you tend not to be as lucky, and you can be a little bit less confident and less assertive when you have the opportunities. Hopefully they'll have had this longer break and they've been able to get into training and gain some confidence, and I can guarantee Coach Arundel will have been doing small-sided games where they're scoring a lot and having to do last-ditch defending. So it's something young men can grow into, and I'm sure he's drilling that home to all the guys.
Elijah Martin, Josh Yarrow, Stoneman forward, good pressure here from Vegas. Dylan Castanera, his San Diego debut on loan for Inter Miami. A 26-year-old, interesting story. He went to Bristol City Academy in England while in high school under heavy pressure here, looked pretty calm, and it's cleared out towards midfield before going to Columbia University. Spent some time with Fort Lauderdale CF in USL League One before Inter Miami, and now to San Diego. So he's seen a lot of the world in his young years.
You mentioned him being calm there. He looked a little bit too calm. Good pressure from the Lights pushing forward, and they nearly played themselves into a little bit of trouble. But yeah, he's obviously managed to get himself around. He obviously has a lot of ability, and maybe now with the Loyal, with a couple of injuries, has an opportunity to become a #1 goalkeeper.
Trey Muse remains out with an upper body injury. Austin Guerrero is the backup tonight. Free kick here for San Diego. 25 minutes gone, the best chance for either side fell to Alejandro Guido. His bending effort from the left edge of the box. Beautiful hit, struck the outside of the post. Bodies queuing up on the edge of the area. Feigned first delivery, comes in from the right, headed out. Vegas has been good defending set pieces here in the first half.
Yeah, they've been sharp, haven't they? They've seen where the danger is. They've not been bullied, and it's actually been a good start from the Lights.
Deflected cross, Jennings back to get there first. Frank DeRoma played at Cal State San Bernardino for one season before signing with Las Vegas Lights. Trejo will give pressure. It's a shaky back pass, forces a scramble that time from Castanera on his debut.
There's certainly signs there for the Lights that if they put a little bit of pressure on this Loyals defence when they're in possession, you can force them into mistakes. You see there a bit of a slack back pass to the goalkeeper. It just adds to that little bit of uncertainty to the Loyal when they have the ball.
Nice step that time. Leon got there first. Now it's Jennings. 4 versus 4 for Las Vegas. Donovan looks a little concerned. Off to the right, low cross. It's an opening goal for Las Vegas. Danny Trejo, his first for Las Vegas Lights. And Las Vegas in front.
Fantastic goal, wasn't it? Absolutely fantastic. The build-up play to it was brilliant. The weight on each pass was absolutely fantastic. Coach Trundle there, obviously, rightfully, very happy with the goal. And that's what, as a team, we mentioned earlier, they've got to take the chances here. The opportunity presented itself. Torres did well, played a great ball down the line, and a fantastic cross across the danger area, and finished fantastic well. Christopher Jaime coming up, the young man, into the right wing area. You can't get a better ball than that. And that man, Danny Trejo, we mentioned we wanted to see it from him tonight, in the right place at the right time. And we know he's a goal scorer from his record, and we see him in that right position, and he emphatically finished that. And a great build-up and a great team goal from the Lights. It all came from Tony Leon winning the ball, going up to the striker. He showed the aggression, and teams build off that. They see the defender going through the attacker and saying, this is my ball. They've managed to turn a defense into attack, and clinical.
First American Credit Union goal, corner kick coming to San Diego. It's a first goal for Trejo in his 10th appearance with Las Vegas, his 3rd start, and a first assist for Las Vegas for Christopher Jaime, the 17-year-old from San Diego, who signed a USL Academy contract in May. He's a LAFC Academy player, getting assists against one of his hometown teams for the San Diego native. And a smile there for Cherundolo with the fourth official. The first professional goal for Danny Trejo. Drafted by LAFC earlier this year. Here's the corner kick headed away. Just what Las Vegas needed. But we've seen this from them the last few games at home. Scoring first, but unable to hold on to a lead.
Yeah, the second half has been difficult, haven't they, for the Lights? They maybe haven't continued the good start to the game, and when I think maybe they put a lot of energy into the game, and well, especially the first half, and maybe that standard drops in the second half. So hopefully, with the extra time off, maybe a little bit more energy in the legs for the Lights tonight. Hopefully, it'll be maintainable.
Right in the box, cross is laid off and clear. Jennings doing the work. Castanera off his line. Jennings nearly got there. Yarrow kept it. Castanera came out, and then Yarrow comes through, and the referee is going to watch it out. Big decision here.
It was a crunching tackle, wasn't it? It really was crunching. I don't think there was any maliciousness in it, but I don't know who's down. Is it Torres?
Malicious or not, it looked reckless.
It's very reckless, yes. I think he's taken a bad touch to the defender, and to try and make up for that bad touch, he's lunged in, and that's right on the ankle. And Danny Trejo is extremely lucky that isn't a serious injury. It's on a planted leg, and his ankle has kind of snapped to the side a little bit. I don't think there's maliciousness in there, but that is a dangerous tackle. That's the referee. I wish he would have the opportunity to look at that back.
Eligio Adenguin had a pretty good view of it. I don't know if his eyes were on it, but he was nearby. Matthew Schwartz, the fourth official, hearing from Steve Cherundolo. But it was in such an obvious part of the field, Andrew. It was right in the middle, clear as day.
It was clear as day. I think the fact that he won the ball first is the referee hasn't given a free kick, but it's just the follow through onto the ankle, and it makes you gasp a little bit, doesn't it? Because you know that's one of those ones, and it's good to see Danny Trejo walking off, because that could have been very different. The referee hasn't even given a free kick, I don't think, in the situation.
Great to see Trejo jogging and on his feet, the goal scorer for Las Vegas Lights.
Another example, though, of the Lights putting pressure on the San Diego defense in the right area, and the San Diego defense, they don't look overly comfortable in those situations. Jennings was pressing from behind, and the Lights must fancy themselves to grab another make it off the mistakes from this defense when in possession.
And look at Trejo back on the field, winning the header. Cross from the right, and nice job to stay at his near post from Dylan Castanera, the goalkeeper. But that's Danny Trejo in a nutshell. He's injured, gets right back on, and he's challenging the header.
Yeah, he's been influential. He's doing everything I'm guessing Coach Cherundolo will have asked for him. He wants him to come in and make an impact in the game, and he's definitely doing that so far tonight.
Jeroma, whistle for the foul. It's going to be a Las Vegas free kick. Good energy from Las Vegas, 32 minutes in, and now a bit of a talking to here. Jeroma doesn't back down from even larger players the size of Augustine Williams.
I love his attitude to the game. He's so tenacious in the midfield, isn't he? He's great on the ball, but he also has that edge on the other side of the game, and it's imperative if you want to go to the next level that you have both sides, and Frank Jeroma certainly does.
Save water, save money, it's easy, and yes, it makes a difference. Learn 7 ways to save water at snwa.com. Remember to stay water smart.
Signs so far in this game that the little bit of the break that the Lights have had has really done them the world of good. You see smiles from the coach on the bench. It's a good opportunity to get away from the games they've lost and maybe get a little bit of enjoyment in the play, enjoy training, and you see them having a bit of a smile on the face, a bit of pep in the step, and there's no pressure on this team anymore. They can go out for the remainder of the season and enjoy it, and hopefully you enjoy football a lot more when you start winning games, and to be 1-0 up and be playing as well as they can is a good start to the remainder of the season.
And here's a win from Jennings from Castanera. Central, he got everything but the pass right. It was Trejo coming in, kind of a bouncing cross from Jennings, but again, San Diego living dangerously in its own box.
Jennings again pressure, and we've mentioned it so many times already. A bit slack from the goalkeeper on this one, and Jennings, it was so un-Jennings-like. He's normally ruthless in those situations. He had the right idea, but it was just a bit of a trundled pass, wasn't it? A bit of a dam bust. There was no pace on it. It kind of a little bit undecisive there from Jennings.
Torres headed and clear by Ibarra, who's off the head of Jennings. This is swept in. Late arriving touch. That was you said dam buster, huh? It's a new one from you.
The ball trundles up a little bit, a bit of a bobble.
I like it. I'm learning some more driver lingo as the season wears along. Here's the corner kick. Torres to the head of Jennings.
Jennings in the right place. That was a more decisive Jennings. It's so un-Jennings-like, wasn't it? Winning that, I think he was maybe a little surprised that he won the ball in such a dangerous area. His touch kind of took away the angle. I would have liked Jennings to take that ball and make the finish himself when winning the ball off the goalkeeper.
Dylan Presto will restart. Guido against Aroma.
I'm not sure that was a foul. I'm pretty sure Guido was already going down when Aroma made contact.
And that's one where I don't like when the player grabs the ball there. I mean, when it's not an obvious foul and clear and they grab it, sometimes I just want to see the referee just call a handball and give the ball to the other team.
It's one of those that depends on where the situation of the play is, isn't it? If it's in either box, if you fall on the ball and hold it, you're probably going to get the decision because it puts a lot of pressure on the referee to make a decision.
See Tumi Moshabani getting loose. Maybe Landon Donovan is displeased with his attack. Maybe there's an injury, but Moshabani, number 11, getting ready. And you see Landon Donovan talking with his staff.
I'm not sure why he'd be disappointed in the attack. They haven't really had much opportunity so far. The slack play from San Diego has actually been in their own half when they're in possession. The Lights have done particularly well at pressing far up the pitch and putting the San Diego team under all sorts of pressure.
Deli Barra from Lancaster, California, played at UC Irvine. Well-traveled in North American soccer. 36 minutes gone. Danny Trejo's first professional goal, the difference. The Mendota, California native. Now a nice run from Guido off to the left. Elijah Martin crossing. Settling touch, edge of the box. Herzog dispossessed. Nice tackle on the edge of the area. It's back off to the left. Weber got it right on the edge of the area. Here comes Rando to command his box. He'll quickly throw out. Good vision to pick out Jennings. Yarrow steps in front.
Great defending from Weber, wasn't it? He's playing central midfield tonight, I think, which is his more favourable position. He's had to fill in those fullback positions this season, and you saw there he stood up really well to clear the danger for the Lights, and good defence from the Lights. That was a threatening attack from San Diego.
Presto throws it in. Throw in to Las Vegas. Cal Jennings, 7 goals, 14 appearances this season on loan from LAFC. Presto, an LAFC Academy player, throws it in. There's Landon Donovan. Really had a great season. This team started out 0-4. 11 wins, 6 losses, 4 draws since that rough start.
Yeah, the development of the season's been absolutely fantastic, isn't it? I think the most surprising thing was the fact that they lost those 4 games in a row.
Well, there's the change. And I'm going to guess, pure speculation here. I feel like Douglas Martinez not 100% right, just by the way his body language was when he walked off.
I think the body language, and he went and spoke straight to the physio, maybe a little niggling injury that isn't worth risking. Not a bad substitution to make when down 1-0 though.
Chume Moshabani replaces him. First change for either side. Now it's Herzog in the box. Very patient. Well defended. Again, we never want to specify or guess on the specificity of the injury. Now edge of the box, and there's a tying goal. 39th minute, San Diego has a goal back to the near post. Guido, he came so close earlier, bending it off the post. He scores again against Las Vegas. 2 in a single game earlier, and his face tells the story of what it means for his 4th goal of the season.
Yeah, a little bit of dominant pressure, wasn't it, from San Diego, and they ended up finding the goal. Great pass from Colin Martin out wide, and a lovely ball into the box. That's 2 good balls into the box for goals, and Guido took that chance fantastically well, didn't he? Rando came out, did well defensively on the first one, and it fell perfectly for Guido to just tap home, and it was a good little bit of pressure from San Diego, probably the most comfortable they've looked in possession so far tonight, and they end up being rewarded with the equalising goal.
Did Rando get caught up with his own teammate Leon there?
A little bit. I think he's made the right decision. He's come out, and it's just one of those where that ball could have bounced anywhere off the goalkeeper's arms, and it's just so happened that the momentum of the ball, the momentum of Guido, it's felt perfectly for him to tap home. It was the most confident you've seen San Diego tonight in possession. A little bit of waves of attack for the first time, and they managed to break down the Lights' defense.
4 goals and 24 appearances for Guido.
He's probably been most likely so far tonight. He had the nice bending strike earlier that hit the inside of the post and getting himself into some dangerous areas, and been rewarded there by, sometimes you get a little bit lucky if you put yourself in the right situation, put himself in the right area, and the ball bounced very nicely for him to tap home.
1-1, 5 minutes before halftime. Guido now has 4 goals against Las Vegas this season. He scored back in May. Herzog had the game winner. Alvaro Quezada scored for Las Vegas. It will be cleared.
It's funny how players can do that against certain teams, isn't it? They always pop up against a certain team to score goals.
This is direct over the top. Yarrow clears.
I'd hate to be a defender against Carl Jennings. He doesn't give up plays like that. For a guy who's probably not the tallest player on the pitch, he's strong, he's fast, and he's aggressive. And I think central defenders will hate playing against someone who's going to be up against you like that for 90 minutes.
Colin Martin, excellent switch for Miguel Ibarra. Moshabani drops into midfield. Good vision. Williams off to the left. Elijah Martin. This is excellent from San Diego. Edge of the area. Guido not the best cross from the goal scorer.
I thought he was going to hit it first time. He got into a great area again, Guido. And he's taken a touch, and he's done a little bit of a swing and miss there, hasn't he? But I think maybe if he'd have swung his left leg at it before he took that touch, the goal was wide open. It's kind of the goals maybe just deflated the Lights a little bit. I think they were playing so well to start the game, and it's what we mentioned earlier. They've started games so efficiently in the last few weeks, and then let themselves down a little bit as the game goes on. Maybe they don't keep up the momentum that they gained for themselves early on.
Three minutes to halftime.
Like you see the likes of now, there was no pressure on that when the Loyals had the ball. It's gone from 100 miles an hour now to jogging pace, and you have to, as a team, you have to be able to keep momentum going and keep pressure on teams when you're in the ascendancy.
It's 1. San Diego has it with 6 in the box. Crossing. Leon heads away. Just too far for Torres. This shot rattles off. Did it glance the bar? I believe it did. A touch from Rando. That was howling out from 30 yards away.
What a strike, wasn't it? He's absolutely wellied it. And Rando's got a strong hand onto that and tipped it onto the crossbar. The goalkeeper's done really well. Here you see it was a good ball into the box. Good defending from Leon, cleared the danger. And I don't know what Torres needs to be better there. And Adam has smashed that. And good goalkeeping from Rando to be aware.
So close from Charlie Adams. This is inside the box and headed away. Barrage of activity from San Diego since the tying goal. Now it's headed over the bar. Good look that time from Augustine Williams.
Before that strike though, there you need Christian Torres to be winning that header. Don't take anything away. That's a magnificent strike from Adams.
A lot to think about there for Alex Rando. That would have been the first of the season for Adams. Makes his 26th appearance. Of course, he scored the first ever goal for San Diego back in March of 2020. Presto heads it forward. Torres. Nice turn from Jennings. Jennings is in at the end line. Jennings and off the shins. The debutant in goal, Dylan Castanera. He loves that spot, that pocket of space as he turn the corner, get to the end line.
He does that. He does that so well. He uses his body magnificently, and he gets the ball with his back to goal. And his first touch is extremely good at turning defenders. And you see that time he used his body so well. He almost got to a great position.
2 minutes a second, or first half stoppage time. It's a foot race. Augustine Williams is in behind Williams, and a savvy touch from Frank DeRoma. Spectacular hustle from Frank DeRoma as Williams felt he was all alone.
Well, he can't believe it, Williams, can he? His speed has got him away from DeRoma. It looked like DeRoma had no chance of catching up, but the little man did not give up on it at all, did he? And gets there at the last second to clear the danger. And again, that's that tenacity that we talk about, Frank DeRoma. But you saw the pace of Williams in behind him. It was a long ball, such a route one kick from the goalkeeper, and you felt Williams was away.
DeRoma now leads the team 24 starts on the season. He's had a great year for Steve Tarundolo. Here's the in-swinging corner kick, headed over the bar. Good chance, edge of the box. That time for Tumi Moshabane off the bench.
Yeah, again, a wicked delivery from Adams into a dangerous area, and I think that one actually bounced too high for Moshabane. He just couldn't keep the header down. It's just flighted over the bar.
Danny Trejo, his first professional goal. That was the opener. And a tying goal from Alejandro Guido. How's Guido again pushing forward? Leon in retreat. Guido top of the area, cleared off the referee. And away again from Weber, who's now limping. Trejo's goal in the 27th minute. Guido in the 39th. Fourth of the year for Guido. 3 of the 4 have come against Las Vegas. Halftime at Cashman Field. Trejo, his first pro goal to give Las Vegas the lead. They had it for 12 minutes before a tying goal from Alejandro Guido. Andrew Driver, your thoughts?
Good game. A summary of Las Vegas this season. I think it was a microcosm of it, wasn't it? Really good first 30 minutes, putting San Diego under great pressure. Go ahead, everything looking good, and then just San Diego got themselves back into the game with a good goal and a good piece of build-up, but very even. I think Coach Tarundolo will have been happy with the performance. Just need to maintain the performance when you're in the ascendancy.
Halftime refreshments for the goal scorer, Danny Trejo. Will take a bottle of water. No need for the cooler tonight at Cashman Field. Halftime in Las Vegas. Las Vegas and San Diego tied at 1.
Nevada Donor Network is a proud partner of the Las Vegas Lights FC. We are asking for your help to save and heal lives. Registered organ, eye, and tissue donors give hope to the more than 650 Nevadans waiting for their second chance at life. You have the power to bring them hope. Register as a hero today at registerme.org. Together, we are Nevada strong.
Believe me, with a head as big as yours, there's nothing better than the Highlander. The Highlander will seat up to 8 people.
Ooh, John has piqued Cash's interest. He got him with the economic hybrid engine. Cash is low on cash, but thankfully, John has an attractive finance offer.
I'll do anything to sell you a car.
It's time to get back to making memories and enjoying your favorite activities with family and friends. Don't let aches, pains, or an injury slow you down. The therapists at Dignity Health Physical Therapy are here for you. With convenient locations throughout Nevada, Dignity's clinical experts will get you back to life. Go to dignityhealthpt.com to schedule an appointment. Dignity Health Physical Therapy believes movement is medicine and wants to help you experience the power of physical therapy today.
Halftime at Cashman Field in Las Vegas. Las Vegas Lights and San Diego Loyal tied 1 goal apiece. Let's hear more from Southern Nevada Water Authority.
Whether you're a newcomer to the Las Vegas Valley or you've lived here for decades, you know we're facing tough water challenges, and they're about to get tougher. We're in what some would call a mega drought that isn't showing any signs of letting up. Hotter, drier climate has meant reduced snowpack in the Colorado Rockies, which means less water flowing into the Colorado River and Lake Mead. Now the federal government has declared a water shortage on the Colorado River, our primary source of drinking water. That means Southern Nevada will get less water in 2022, about 7 billion gallons less. The Southern Nevada Water Authority has prepared for this since the beginning of the drought. We've implemented some of the most aggressive water conservation programs in the nation, like mandatory seasonal watering restrictions. And we offer cash to customers who replace grass with water-smart landscaping. We recycle indoor water, and we've built critically important facilities like a third drinking water intake and low lake level pumping station at Lake Mead to protect our water supply even as lake levels decline. So what does the shortage declaration mean for you and me? It means we have to seriously step up water conservation. The one easiest action is the one not enough of us are doing. In September and November, dial back your sprinkler clock to comply with mandatory fall and winter watering restrictions. It's simple. No more than 3 days a week in the fall and 1 day in the winter. If everyone in the valley changed their clocks and watered their landscapes on their assigned watering days, we could save more than 7 billion gallons of water, the entire amount of our 2022 water cut. Speaking of outdoor landscape watering, grass is the biggest water guzzler here in the valley. It's not strip resorts, golf courses, or parks. Single-family homes by far use the most water, mostly for outdoor landscape irrigation. If you have grass that serves no recreational value, get rid of it. The SNWA will pay you a cash incentive to replace your thirsty grass with water-smart landscaping. Water waste is another drain on our resources. If you see water running down a street or a broken sprinkler spraying everything but the grass, report it so the customer can be notified to fix it. Reducing water waste across our valley would save us tens of millions of gallons of water each year. We live in a desert. Time to act like it. Change your clock, replace useless grass with desert-friendly plants, and report water waste. If we do this together, we can protect the future of our community.
A direct message there, straight shooter from the Southern Nevada Water Authority. Halftime in Las Vegas, 1-1 between Las Vegas and San Diego. Danny Trejo his first pro goal. And for San Diego, Alejandro Guido is fourth of the season, 3 of those coming against Las Vegas. More coming up at halftime from Cashman Fields.
Believe me, with a head as big as yours, there's nothing better than the Highlander. The Highlander will seat up to 8 people.
Ooh, John has piqued Cash's interest. He got him with the economic hybrid engine. Cash is low on cash, but thankfully, Sean has an attractive finance offer.
I'll do anything to sell you a car.
Today, as you step onto the field, as you defend and attack, as you move swift, quick, like you were made for this, know that you do not do so alone. With each step, you run with all of the women before you and all of the women that will come after you. A stampede of mujeres blazing a trail on fire. Time cannot catch you. Para ti no existen los límites. You come from women that transformed pain into victory. Women that accepted impossible as a challenge. A challenge is brought to you and you do not turn away. Your journey today awaits you and you do not step down. You step into your purpose. You step strong. Con toda la fuerza de mujer. You step up.
I am a first-generation student here at Bellevue University. I feel like if I were to have gone to a different university, my experience would have been a lot more stressful and overwhelming, because I feel like I wouldn't have gotten that personal experience that Bellevue University has to offer.
Shot, and it's in! Knocked away. Looking for Para. Could fall for an opportunity here. The shot comes in! Oh, it's brilliant!
USL Championship news and notes. Matt Peterson with Andrew Driver, and a great announcement this week. The Super League, a new Division II Women's League launching in 2023, a clear pathway for players in U.S. women's soccer.
Oh, the development in the women's game is magnificent, and you see how successful USL has been for the men's game. Hopefully it can do the same for the women's game and give more opportunity for those women players.
Committed to a new home. New Mexico has committed $32 million towards a new stadium. It goes to voters in November.
Oh, great again, isn't it? The expansion of the league is fantastic, and I know New Mexico have got a very exciting little team going on there, and to get their own stadium will be a fantastic step for them.
And the USL on ESPN Deportes continues Thursday. Hartford hosting Charlotte, two high-scoring teams, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Now the schedule across the USL Championship presented by Terribles. Tomorrow, Sacramento hosting LA Galaxy 2. Red Bulls 2 visit Real Monarchs. And then midweek, a big one at LA 2 against Phoenix Rising. Busy time for LA 2. They host San Diego next weekend. Phoenix visiting Orange County.
Well, Phoenix will obviously wanting to see if they can continue their rich vein of form. I think they're asserted to go to the playoffs and probably win the division. The likes of San Diego and LA Galaxy are going to have to fight for the remaining playoff spots.
Here are the standings. This is entering play this weekend, presented by Gano Health. 16-point lead at the top for Phoenix. It gets really interesting from San Diego, really down to Tacoma and Sacramento, really. Orange County 3 points back to San Diego. That shows the importance of this game tonight.
Oh, it's getting very tight, isn't it? Really tight. Any team that goes on a run is more than likely going to make the playoffs, but the form of Oakland Roots to get themselves in that position is magnificent, and they'll be fancying their chances now. They're in good form, and it's so tight, isn't it?
Really amazing what Oakland's done. They came to Las Vegas about a month ago, rooted in 8th place. They've climbed to 4th and have some momentum some big wins on this season. It's halftime. It's 1-1. Goals from Danny Trejo and Alejandro Guido. More coming up when we come back.
Grandpa was a lawyer in Cuba. Dad was one of the first Spanish-speaking lawyers in Nevada. Alex and Orlando grew up with justice in their blood, and they've built De Castro Verde Law Group Personal Injury on a legacy of fighting and winning for their clients. If you've been hurt, they will stand by you every step of the way, like family, because family would never let you settle for less than you deserve. De Castro Verde Law Group Personal Injury. Our family will fight for yours.
Let's go, come on! Don't you do it. It's just a little water in the road. The light is green, there's places to go. It's just a little water in the road. The flash flood grows, how deep, who knows? The other cars made it. Watch and learn, let me show you how it goes. Loco!
Ooh la la!
Yep.
It's time to get back to making memories and enjoying your favorite activities with family and friends. Don't let aches, pains, or an injury slow you down. The therapists at Dignity Health Physical Therapy are here for you. With convenient locations throughout Nevada, Dignity's clinical experts will get you back to life. Go to dignityhealthpt.com to schedule an appointment. Dignity Health Physical Therapy believes movement is medicine and wants to help you experience the power of physical therapy today.
At Silver State Schools Credit Union, we'll be by your side through every moment of life's journey, from big life changes to small celebrations and everything in between, because we prioritize people over profit. Become a member today and have a financial partner for life.
Halftime stats presented by Finlay Toyota.
As you'd expect, it's San Diego with the most amount of shots and the possession. I don't think that says it all, though. I think the Lights have done fairly well, but possibly when they have been in possession, they've been very a threat, because they put San Diego's defense under all sorts of pressure and won the ball back in dangerous areas. It's going to be a difficult second half. It's been fairly even. It could go either way.
7 corner kicks for Las Vegas, 5 for San Diego. Here we go in the second half. Las Vegas in the white and blue, San Diego in the black and Torrey green jerseys. And Torrey green after the Torrey Pines, native to San Diego. Trejo has been everywhere. He scored, took a hard challenge, and now he earns a free kick in the first seconds of the second half.
So is the Torrey Pines Golf Club there as well, or is that?
Of course, same thing. It's what it's named after.
Every day's a school day.
Yes. Bear with Andrew. He's still learning some icons of Americana.
I'll need to probably learn it before the citizenship test.
Nice step that time from Avila. Traore comes over to head away. Picked up by Adams.
Yeah, I think for Steve Trundle, this is going to be a real big test for his team. He'll want to see him come out in the second half and try and develop the same performance as the start of the first.
Nice work. Edge of the area, it's pulled back. Well defended in the end. I love that turn from Cal Jennings in midfield.
Oh, again, he's so good with his back to goal, and defenders can't give him a second, because if you go tight to him, he'll use his body to roll you, and then if you give him a yard, he'll turn and face you up and go one-on-one, which is the last thing you want, is the pace of Jennings running at you. So he's such a tricky player to play against.
Amalia back to Rando. Now it's Tony Leon. Torres. Nice ball upfield. 4 into attack for Las Vegas. Well-timed run from Jennings. Jennings will cross it just behind Trejo, nearly there for a second. Love that build-up from Las Vegas Lights.
It was brilliant. It was all about the movement, and the movement forward is fantastic. Great ball from Torres into Jennings, and the little feint from Jennings sold the defender, and if it just played it in the right place. Oh, it's Presto who got forward really well. Really nice little touch. He sold the defender, and it was just that yard behind Trejo. But brilliant build-up from the Lights again. When they've gone forward with pace and power like that, they've looked such a threat tonight. You saw it in the goal in the game there. They actually pulled the Loyals defense apart.
I love the assertiveness there of Trejo. He doesn't finish, but here's Rando under some pressure. A lot of attacking players will wait at the back post, right? Simple run, go to the back post, but clearly Jennings, with the angle he had, the call to the near post was more needed.
Yeah, and what he did well is he made up Jennings' mind. Obviously, it was just a little yard behind Trejo, but Jennings has looked up and Trejo had nothing on his mind but getting into that 6-yard box at the front post, and it makes up the midfielders, well, the person who's delivering the pass is mind up, which takes out the uncertainty, which is exactly what you want in that situation. But yeah, Trejo's looked sharp, hasn't he? He's been good on the ball. He's obviously got the goal, and you see him here again pressuring, and that's what you want to see from the Lights.
Finally cleared by Stoneman. Good strength from Weber. He earns a free kick in a good spot. Weber gaining playing time. Starts again tonight.
That's for me. I think the Lights are at their strongest when they're pressuring and they're harrowing. I think at times this year they haven't pressured defences as much as they can. This Cashman field's fairly small, and as a defender you don't get a lot of time on the ball, and you can create a lot of opportunities by winning the ball in the right areas.
Christian Torres on loan from LAFC. From Fontana, California, 17 years of age. Delivered. Headed over the bar from Tony Leon. Be water smart. Get your landscape in shape for fall. Lots of new ideas for water smart projects around your house. Learn more at snwa.com. Direct ball, no run came, and it's picked up by the debutant in goal, Dylan Castanera.
That instance there is, I feel like Jaime just fell asleep a little bit. If he makes that 10-yard run to the left back there, he puts the San Diego player under a lot of pressure. And now you see the fact that the Loyals, they had a little bit more time and they've managed to take possession all the way up to the attacking third. I think if the Lights, when they lose the ball, switch on and have that quick transition, they can put the Loyal and they can stop them from getting out.
Castanera well off his line in front of Jennings.
Like here, you see there, he made that run straight away and the defender came under pressure. Granted, he's got out of the danger, but in another situation, you win the ball back.
Guido, full head of steam. 5 in the attack. Williams was offside. No goal for Augustine Williams. Confident hit. The flag was up.
The Lights are lucky that he took the ball there, wasn't he? He was clearly offside, but if he'd have left it for the right back who was screaming forward, it was a dangerous situation. He kind of let the Lights off the hook there by taking possession of the ball.
Rando will restart. _21st consecutive start tonight. The league leader with 95 saves at 10 last game against Phoenix. Trejo will throw it in. Armando Avila, another academy player. Stoneman concedes a throw in. Trejo will take it, and he does it quickly into Jennings. Yarrow got a foot in clear for San Diego. Guido pushing forward, defended by DeRoma. Josh Yarrow. Yarrow Good vision to find Guido. Guido over the top. Excellent ball, maybe an arm to settle it. Referee says play on. It's pulled back. Moshabani and Herzog. Herzog scoop shot. Kept out by Rando. Corner kick.
Where do we begin? Where do you begin? There was a handball, a possible penalty, a chip, and a magnificent save.
What a recovery it was from Alex Rando to get back to his line and clear this. This was a beautiful shot here from Herzog.
Oh, it's lovely. The composure he showed there, and Rando, bravery to get back into net. What a save, and good clearance. He's broke the net there.
Speaking of Torrey Pines, this was the scoop shot. Like a sand wedge.
The sand wedge out of the bunker. Great save. But there was a handball on the build-up from Williams. Then I think it was a penalty the referee played on. And then a nice little chip. And entertaining stuff.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty obvious penalty. Augustine Williams had his arm outstretched to settle that. Here comes the corner kick. It's over hit. Yarrow hustling. He cannot get there.
I think if there wasn't contentious decision from the handball, he would have given a penalty. But I think maybe the referee maybe evened it out a little bit there.
Eligio Adeguin, the referee tonight, has generally let them play.
See a great ball from Guido, and Williams' arm out. That's like it's as clear a handball as you'll see, and I think it was actually a penalty as well. It could have gone either way, but it would have been so harsh to give a penalty after that handball.
Barry upfield. Herzog. Traore steps over and clears. Traore, 18-year-old from Senegal, signed with LAFC last August from Montverde Academy in Orlando. Picked up by Trejo. Has Jennings to his right. Danny Trejo in the box. Well defended. Yarrow did very well. Went down to block his shot. And then it's buzzed past the far post by Tristan Weber.
Again, winning the ball in the right area and then being aggressive and going forward. I think this time Danny Trejo did really well. I like to step over, but maybe took the wrong decision. He could have instantly slid in Jennings, but I think it was maybe Torres was screaming down the outside in acres of space.
Excellent block that time from Josh Yarrow. Athletic, well-timed, and really calm and composed.
Yeah, but you see there though, the lights when they win the ball back in those dangerous areas, if you press well and press as a team together, you can really turn a defense into attack so quick at Cashman.
A scrap in the corner. Moshabani back. Earns a throw in for San Diego.
Yeah, Trejo maybe had the opportunity to slip Torres in, but you don't mind seeing that from your striker. You want him to be a little bit greedy. The defender did really well, as you said, to hold him up, and he didn't fall for the step over, and Trejo just didn't find enough space to get the strike off.
Restart from the goalkeeper Dylan Castanera in his debut. There's Cal Jennings. Elijah Martin pulls it back. Colin Martin pulls it back.
Again there, pressure, and that's brilliant. That's what you want to see, and so close again. When it's just that little bit of extra effort in those situations, and you almost come away with an opportunity. And the Lights have done that much better tonight. Hopefully they can maintain that for the full 45. It's difficult because it takes a lot of energy. But if you can do it in the smart times and the smart situations, you can really create opportunities.
Clear. DeRoma won it. He was fouled by Guido, and that's our first booking tonight. Alejandro Guido into the book of Eligio Adeguin.
Another one where the follow-through is quite a dangerous tackle. I think rightfully so, the referee has brandished the yellow card. But when you go off go to the floor like that in a reckless manner, you leave yourself very open to cards. And I tell you, I think De Roma maybe made the most of it, but you can't be going down like that. And he's gone over the ball in that situation. If De Roma's planted his leg, it could have been a very dangerous tackle.
Both goals coming before halftime. Danny Trejo is first as a professional. 27th minute, assisted by Christopher Jaime, his first professional assist. And then Alejandro Guido, his fourth of the year, 3 of the 4 coming against Las Vegas. Stoneman over the top. Brandon will backpedal. Traore gets there first, ahead of Augustine Williams. One back by Ibarra. Miguel Ibarra off for Herzog. Good close that time. Corner kick coming, but Traore does deny the cross.
Good play from San Diego. When they break the initial pressure, San Diego, and they get the ball forward, they look comfortable in the attack first, don't they? They pass the ball nicely. This time Herzog getting into the right wing area, tried to fake the cross and slide it past Traore, but he came across really well to prevent the danger.
Short corner, Colin Martin for San Diego. Central, Miguel Ibarra. Back for Adams. Switch, right side. Excellent build up here from San Diego. Ibarra and Colin Martin. Ibarra stays onside. Loads of shirts in the box to the crosses right at Rando.
Good goalkeeping. That's what I mentioned earlier in the program. When he first came in, I didn't know if he was assertive in those situations there. His position's fantastic. That's what you want from your goalkeeper. The cross comes into the box, safe hands, dominant, taking the ball and taking the pressure off after a little bit of possession and attack from San Diego. The Lights needed their goalkeeper to take the pressure off.
2 changes forthcoming for Steve Trundolo. Nathan Sepulveda and Bruce Elmismari, a couple teenagers preparing to come on around the hour mark. Direct from Traore, Stoneman will let it run. Back to Castanera. Traore strong in the air. Chested down Trejo. Stoneman gets there first. Jennings battling. Earns a free kick.
He's just so good in those situations, isn't he? He uses his body so well. This time he didn't have the opportunity to turn defender, but his fast feet and his skill managed to win a free kick in a dangerous area.
Tristan Weber departs after 61 minutes. Bruce Elmismari, 19-year-old from Cancun, Mexico. Joined the Pachuca Academy age 13. Part of the Mexican U17 World Cup team that lost to Brazil in the final of the U17 World Cup a few years ago. Nathan Sepulveda checks in. Sepulveda is an 18-year-old from the LAFC Academy. Signed a Las Vegas Lights contract in April. Direct free kick right at the goalkeeper, Castanera.
Now you want to see Elmismari come in and continue to, he's going to be the one who does the majority of the pressing. You want to see him bring a lot of energy. He's played quite a lot recently, and he's another one who shows glimpses of the quality he has. Now it's the time where he's going to have fresh legs. You want to see him and really make an impact on the game.
Sepulveda wins it in a good spot. Here's Cal Jennings. Jennings has 2 options. Jennings still with the ball at his feet. And that's really good defending from Yarrow. He's had a good night tonight, just stayed on his feet the entire way and was patient with Jennings.
They've done that well tonight, haven't they, San Diego, defensively? They haven't dove in those situations where the attacker's running them in the box. They've stayed up, they've not sold themselves, and they've managed to block the opportunity. And again there, Jennings in a dangerous situation, just couldn't get the shot off.
Yellow card shown, 63rd minute.
Dylan Presto diving in there. I think it was a yellow card, a little bit reckless from the young man. But good showing a little bit of aggression and asserting himself. He's played well tonight, Dylan Presto. Actually, he's been on the front foot. When he's had the ball, he's been good.
Presto, another academy player for LAFC. So many academy players getting consistent runs in the starting lineup for Steve Tirrendolo this year. Armando Avila among them. It's another defender. It helps a natural tie-in. Director of Coaching and Academy Coach Enrique Duran is the assistant coach for Steve Tirrendolo. Native of Catalunya, Spain. Global Youth Development experience to LAFC. He's overseen the creation of the Academy's training methodology, balancing both individual and team development concepts. 10 years with FC Barcelona, leading projects in Spain, South Africa, and Saudi Arabia. Has his A license and spoke with Coach Tirrendolo about his relationship with Enrique Duran. He said it's been excellent. They kind of see the game the same way. Great first year of relationship between Tirrendolo and Duran. Good step from Traore, got there just in time. Leon comes to help out, and Traore is hurt. He's reaching towards the assistant referee with his arm up. Now he's down on his back. Moshabani, good cut. Moshabani saved by Rando. Moshabani gets his own rebound, and he gives San Diego the lead. A 9th goal on the season for Tume Moshabani.
Strange, wasn't it? There's 3 people on the play, all injured, and they rightfully so continue to play. And Moshabani, he gets lucky in the end, but you make your own luck again, and really good skill on the edge of the box. Nice ball from Herzog into him. And this composure to cut inside, not the strongest finish on the beginning, but the skill on the edge of the box made the goal, and he deserved the ball. Got lucky a little bit with the ball coming back off Rando, and a nice finish from Moshabani. This is the part that made it. Great skill on the edge of the box, and good goal from Moshabani. And the Lights maybe questioning the fact that they had some injured players, but I think on the build-up there was 3 injured players from both sides, so the Loyal, rightfully so, playing on.
Steve Tirrendolo displeased. Conversation there with Matthew Schwartz, the 4th official. Moshabani has his 9th goal in 24 appearances, his 3rd against Las Vegas this year. Last year he landed, Donovan told us, middle of the season, Moshabani was their best attacking player. Oftentimes you can forget about him. Despite his 8 goals, some names that are a little more known in the USL Championship and around Major League Soccer. Likes of Herzog and Miguel Ibarra, Douglas Martinez. But Moshabani now, team leading 9th goal. That's a tough decision for the referee. Generally tonight, Eligio Adeguin has let them play. We've seen that time and again, the early challenge from Yarrow through Danny Trejo. The potential handball, Augustine Williams, the potential penalty. By and large, he has not blown the whistle.
No, he played on it, and it's a difficult one. I can understand why Coach Tirrendolo's disappointed, because you see a player go down, you want a little bit of fair play, don't you? But you see but Moshabani doesn't know there's anyone injured, does he? He's got his back to the play. You see that the 2 injuries are behind him. As a striker, he's always going to carry on and try and score the goal.
Mohamed Traore receiving treatment. We mentioned he signed with LAFC last August for Montverde Academy in Orlando. Before that, he moved to Orlando age 14 via Salif Diao, a sport for charity organization based in Dakar, Senegal. Diao, of course, played 5 years for Liverpool and made a commitment. He wanted to provide educational opportunities to footballers to not have to depend on the pro careers. He wishes he himself had done more in school while accomplishing a great pro career. So Traore and Fall with LAFC both came over via that program. Now they're both LAFC players. And now we'll see a double change here from Landon Donovan. Spencer and Hackworth both enter for San Diego.
Yeah, Corey Herzog, not had a bad performance, has he? He's never really created much. And Colin Martin, as always, just steady in there in the midfield. And maybe Landon Donovan just wants to maybe freshen things up a little bit, bring on a little bit more energy for the San Diego Loyal.
Fourteenth appearance of the season for Morgan Hackworth. Another build-up. Moshabane, well-weighted pass. First touch for Hackworth. Moshabane first to react. 2 goals about a minute apart for Tume Moshabane. And San Diego has a 3-1 lead.
Well, the breaking play and the goal just, I think it's maybe just stopped the Vegas legs and stopped the rhythm of the game, and San Diego just came back out absolutely flying. And great build-up play. I think it was Hackworth on the right-hand side, got into the right back area, and Moshabane again in the right place at the right time and clinical with the finish.
Double digits now in the season for Tume Moshabane.
Okay, good play from Hackworth, get into the great situation, good ball into the box, and good strikers find themselves in those situations. If you hover around that 6-yard box, you get opportunities like that, and there was nothing Randall could do in that situation. It felt brilliant, and he was clinical in the finish.
Another attack here.
It goes back to what we discussed in the first half. The Lights start games so well, and again now into the second half, they just find themselves out of nowhere 3-1 behind. You go 2-1 down, you can maybe lift the game, but to let that second goal in the second half come so quickly after the first, you kind of give yourself such an uphill battle, and just the energy in the stadium just goes a little bit flat.
Three unanswered goals from San Diego. Alejandro Guido, Tume Moshabane, now another chance. Hackworth off the bench. Hackworth on his left, shot blocked by Tony Leon. Moshabane had a brace against Las Vegas back in August, his second brace against Las Vegas Lights.
Wait, guys, wait. Go ahead. Go. You want me to?
CC Uche will enter off the bench. Free kick coming here to San Diego. That's the other line for Christian Torres. How would you assess his performance?
Listen, Christian Torres, he has so much ability and finds himself in little sections of the game, does really well. I just want to see him continuously have a game where he's dominant from start to finish and shows it. But he's a young man and he's developing. He just needs to try and get that consistency. That's what comes with age, and he definitely has the ability.
Julian Vasquez enters. There's an in-swinging free kick, nearly a hat trick there for Moshabane. What a turnaround it's been as Uche replaces Mohamed Traore. Moshabane 1 goal last year, 14 appearances, 8 starts. High pressure here from Ibarra. Uche handles it well. So nearly 900 minutes for Moshabane, only 1 goal. He's really elevated that from 1 goal last season to 10 goals in 24 appearances this season.
Well, it's funny what a little bit of confidence will do for you, isn't it? As a striker, you can go through cold spells, but once you start scoring, you start getting that feeling. I used to have coaches that even in training, they used to tell you, hit the back of the net, even if it's an open goal, hit the back of the net, hit the back of the net. And obviously once you start doing it, you start getting that confidence, and you can see when that confidence comes, what he can do. And you've said tonight, he gets himself in the right positions. He became one of the substitute and grabbed himself 2 goals with, and he's playing with confidence, and you see a smile on his face.
Trejo inside, El Mesmari. Dispossessed, good challenge there from Stoneman around the penalty spot. Presto back, now it's Frank DeRoma. Vasquez, his first touches, overlapping run. Vasquez crossing, Jennings heading in! What a header from Cal Jennings! He catches Castanera flat-footed from a very difficult angle, a powerful header for Cal Jennings, and Vegas has a goal back.
Great goal, great build-up. But what a magnificent cross from Vasquez, only on the pitch for 5 minutes, but he's lifted his head, he knew exactly where Jennings was, ball to the back post, and what a header that is. There's nothing the goalkeeper can do about it. He's put the ball back into the direction it comes from, but what a finish from Cal Jennings. And again on the score sheet, hope for Las Vegas, and that's what we want to see, is a bit of character to come back into the game, and hopefully they can use that as a lift. You feel the energy come back into the stadium.
Cal Jennings, his 8th of the season, and right back the other way, San Diego, it's Hackworth. Back for Ibarra. This has been a lively second half at Cashman Fields.
That's the thing now for the Lights, the results are almost irrelevant, aren't they? And the fans will just want to be entertained, and they want to see character from the team. They go 3-1 down. A team in the bottom of the league could just lie down and not try and come back into the game, but they want to see the fact that they're not going to give up, they're going to keep going, and that's what you want to see from the team.
Sepulveda. Good vision off to the right. Vasquez saved. Castanera diving to his left. Overhead kick from Trejo, not far off the mark. Las Vegas close to a tying goal.
Well, the energy's just lifted, hasn't it? You see them coming forward and now looking the most likely. Brilliant play. Vasquez cut inside, a great strike. He's come on and been very sharp early doors. He's just got an assist and a lovely ball back into the box, and the acrobatic effort from Trejo. I tell you, on another day, that's hitting the back of the net, isn't it? And you see him there, you see him geeing up the team, and the Lights now have a bit of energy and they're looking back in the game.
Trejo, such a great story. From Mendota, California, small town 35 miles west of Fresno, population 11,000, known for its cantaloupes. Shoulder-to-shoulder challenge. Here is Ibarra. We'll pull it back for Spencer. End-to-end action. Hackworth. Guido spins away from Bruce Mesmari. But hard to be scouted from a small town like Mendota. Sort of unusual for LAFC, right? Many of their players are academy players from Africa, from Europe, South America. But he had to do it the hard way, went to Cal State Northridge, was the Big West Offensive Player of the Year. Drafted by LAFC, number 14 pick. Injured in preseason, now coming to life in the second half of this season. Quality build-up from San Diego. Tumi Moshabane, 2 second-half goals. The difference in this one. Here's Moshabane looking for his hat trick. Crossing, back post, unmarked to finish. Augustine Williams. What a build-up from San Diego, and they have 4 tonight at Cashman.
Great possessional play to begin with. And before the game, we mentioned that Moshabane's got all those goals with no assists, and you wouldn't think it, judging by that great play from Moshabane down the left-hand side. Pace and power past the defender, and what a cross into the box. Absolute perfect cross into the box. And as any good goal scorer is, Williams in the right place to tap home. But it's all about the delivery into the box from Moshabane. And that's a kind of a killer blow for Las Vegas. And they did so well to come back into the game. They were in the ascendancy. But when you're up against a team like San Diego, we've mentioned they have 3 players that have scored probably double-digit goals in a season in their USL careers, and they're going to score goals when they're given the opportunity.
Fourth goal of the season in his 13th appearance for Augustine Williams, the 24-year-old from Sierra Leone. He's on loan from the LA Galaxy. Joined August 20th. Had the great year last year, 13 goals in 17 games, part of the USL Championship All-League first team. Just a really good attack for Landon Donovan. Augustine Williams. Of course, Tomi Moshibani, who's up to 10 goals with his brace tonight. And sort of a different role in some ways for Corey Herzog, who has scored so many goals in his career. Over 70 and over 200 games, but he's more of a playmaker that's drifted into midfield and off to the wide areas to set up the likes of Moshibani.
I think Herzog maybe doesn't have that pace in behind, so maybe Landon Donovan likes to see him play that number 10 where he can just drift into spots and be a little bit more creative and leave the pace of Williams and Moshibani up top and let them run in behind.
And all this is without Miguel Berry, who started the season with San Diego, but recalled by Columbus Crew, and he's scoring goals for Columbus in Major League Soccer. It was 5-1 San Diego over Las Vegas last time these teams met. Now it's 4-2. Bruce Elmasmari, deflected shot. Corner kick coming for San Diego.
Good from Elmasmari. I think he's tried to get the shot off there. He probably didn't have the angle. If he's hitting it on his left foot, it maybe might have been better if he shifted it to his right foot. It would have opened up an angle to get a shot on target. But positive play, and the goalkeeper, even though I think it was travelling wide, didn't want to take any chances.
Danny Trejo scored his first pro goal tonight. He'll take this corner kick. Now he'll leave it. Around the spot, it bounces. Sepulveda with a step over. Pulls out Elijah Martin. Nice work, Sepulveda. Found CC Uche, but he couldn't settle it.
Again, that's highlighted there, the Loyals' defence in those situations. Sepulveda did a nice little step over, but the defenders did not fall for it. They've stood up and stayed strong at times, the Loyals' defence. They're particularly good 1v1 defending, not diving in, not making any rash fouls.
To Roma, Bruce Elmasmari. Avila earns a free kick in midfield. 10 minutes plus second half stoppage time for Las Vegas to pull 2 goals back.
I think maybe the last warning for Guido there. He's already on a yellow card. It was a bit of a strong tackle when you're already on a yellow card, to be fair. The referee must have considered the second booking there.
They go under pressure. To Roma, nice turn. Trejo. Switch from Sepulveda. Vasquez's low delivery is dealt with well. Spencer lays it back, now direct. Uche strong in the air. It's a San Diego throw-in. One of the few times in the second half we've seen San Diego slow it down.
Yeah, they've put themselves in a really good situation, haven't they? The 2 goals going into the last 10 minutes. With a team with this experience, you'd expect them to just slow the pace of the game right down, and that's a bit of a rash tackle from Elmasmari. A little bit of frustration coming into the team there.
Bruce Elmasmari, as we remind me to power up to Smart Controller and earn cash to the Southern Nevada Water Authority. SNWA.com. Elmasmari was named after Bruce Lee. First in his family to play soccer, Lebanese and Armenian ancestry, and he took up martial arts and became a black belt but chose soccer.
Maybe one of those sneaky ones, if things start getting a bit aggressive, you maybe stay a little bit away from him. He doesn't look big in stature, but I'm guessing he has a bit of a punch behind him.
all the way back. Grant Stoneman. Oh, dangerous time. There's been 3 or 4 tonight from Dylan Castanera under pressure from Cal Jennings.
Jennings does it so well. He's like, when he makes his mind up to go and he puts the pressure on, he closes you down so fast. The goalkeeper, if you take an errant touch, you're under pressure. There was the opportunity in the first half where Jennings just literally took the ball off him, and the Lights should have probably scored. And again there, when he makes his mind up, Jennings can close the space so quickly.
Castanera, a busy debut tonight. Joined on loan September 3rd from Inter Miami. His first appearance for San Diego this evening. Injuries to the goalkeeping core. Trey Muse still out with an upper body injury. Uche aggressive to win the header. And he's won a free kick. Williams whistle for the foul. 7 minutes plus stoppage time left for Las Vegas. Roma restarts. Avila back with CC Uche. Leon, Sepulveda.
San Diego will be happy for the Lights to just have possession in these situations, in this area. See the game out, not come under any pressure. Lights maybe need to be a little bit more direct now if they want to get back into the game.
Avila. Tony Leon. Nice pass through traffic. Now it's Vasquez. He's earned a free kick. Decisive pass.
Great pass from Leon, wasn't it? Split the attack. The attacker's trying to split the defense, I would say, in this situation. Put Vasquez into a great area. That's what they need. A little bit more. You can pass the ball around, but you're 2 goals down. You want to be a little bit more direct. You want to play it into those areas a little bit quicker.
Vasquez and El Mismari debating it, plus Frank DeRoma. Vasquez from Utah, former homegrown with Real Salt Lake. Cal Jennings enters the box. Edge of the area now for Cal Jennings. Short pass, Sepulveda. Goes wide from the top of the area.
Must be a bit of a strike for a man who doesn't score too often, wasn't it? Jennings did really well. Good positive play. A nice little slip pass into the edge of the box, and you just didn't see any confidence in the strike at all from Sepulveda.
There's some frustration now across the back line. Yarrow played it across the back and it was cleared. Stoneman did not like that square ball from Josh Yarrow.
Kind of a strange one when you're 2 goals up to take the ball so deep when you put yourself under pressure when there's no need to was kind of a strange one from San Diego. I understand you want to keep playing football and keep possession, but you've got to play the percentages sometimes.
Augustine Williams, good hold-up play, 1 versus 3. Now behind the play, there was a hard challenge from Vasquez. Referee let play continue. So we look back at this challenge from Vasquez. Against Guido.
I think it's a little bit of professionalism from Guido. I didn't really see that much contact. He's maybe playing for time a little bit. You're winning two goals up. Yeah, anyone would do it when you're in the lead, don't you? There wasn't no maliciousness in the tackle. I don't know if maybe he's now got a little bit of cramp. Done well tonight, Guido, though. To be fair to him, he's scored the goal to open to scoring for San Diego, and nearly scored early doors. He was sharp, especially in the first half.
Landon Donovan must be pleased if his teams fight back down 1-0. 3 unanswered goals, and then when Las Vegas got a goal back to make it 3-2, a 4th. Augustine Williams, Alejandro Guido, and 2 from the substitute, Tumi Moshabane. Moshabane went from 1 goal last season, he's up to 10 this season.
The San Diego team's one of the teams, the USL Championship, so competitive in it. Competitive. But every time you see the Loyal, they're kind of the same. They just grind out results. They're very professional. They've got good players. They're not as up and down. They're a lot more consistent than some of the other teams. I think obviously this makes it 4 wins over the Lights this season. There's not many times teams will get beat 4 times in a row by someone, but you see the professionalism, and that maybe comes from the experience Landon Donovan's gathered in football, and he's passing it on to these players.
Get paid for useless grass. Trade in your grass for cash. Learn more at snwa.com. Ibarra wide to the right for Hackworth. Ibarra keeps it in play away from the challenge of DeRoma. Good passing here from San Diego. Hackworth for Ibarra. Ibarra crossing. Williams nearly there for a headed second goal.
Probably best he didn't head it, because that was absolutely drilled across from Ibarra. Good play down this right-hand side again from San Diego, and he smashed that across and just past the head of Williams. And would have been a bit of a sore one if he'd had connected with it.
Callum Montgomery is the latest change for Landon Donovan. Augustine Williams comes off. Montgomery, a 24-year-old from Canada. Another player on loan. Landon Donovan's done a great job getting MLS players on loan to his team. He's on loan from Minnesota United.
It's an attractive place to send your players on loan, isn't it? You've got Landon Donovan as coach, so you know they're going to be well looked after. They're a team that is doing really well. They play good football, and it's a good way for players that are on the fringes of first teams to come and go and gain some experience.
Danny Trejo, his first professional goal, 27th minute, first pro assist for Christopher Jaime, the academy player for LAFC. Tying goal, Alejandro Guido. 12 minutes later, his 4th of the year, 3 coming against Las Vegas. And then the goals really started to come in the 65th minute. Tumi Moshabane scored one 4 minutes later for a 3-1 lead. Kyle Jennings pulled the goal back for Las Vegas, his 8th of the season. And Augustine Williams, 77th minute. Tumi Moshabane with the assist. And that's where we stand, 4-2 in the 90th minute. Jennings leaves it. Jennings jumps on the edge of the box. DeRoma supporting. It's off of Trejo and cleared to midfield.
It's been a good game for the neutral, hasn't it, tonight? A lot of goals, a lot of action, entertaining game. I think the Lights started the game really well, got themselves in the lead, and then San Diego have had to use all their experience to get back and take the victory, but it has been entertaining.
5 minutes will be added on here at the end of the second half. Uche with Avila. Next game, Las Vegas visits Oakland next weekend. DeRoma. Bruce El Mesmari, excellent for Trejo. El Mesmari, the substitute. DeRoma slips it through. Leon, his shot right into the hands of the goalkeeper, Dylan Castanera.
Trejo can be happy with his performance, can't he? Really getting back into the swing of things. He's been sharp, he's got into good situations. Obviously grabbing the goal was the bonus for him, but he really is a threat going forward.
After tonight, one more on the road at LA Galaxy 2. That will end this 3-city road trip for San Diego. They will end with 3 of their last 5 at home. Did you know by converting useless grass, our community will save 12 billion gallons of water per year? Yes, we meant to say billion with the B. Convert to useless grass to save water now, snwa.com. Vasquez. Avila. Balloon cross. Castanera off his line to make the play.
Not a great ball from Avila into the box, was it? He said, I think ballooned it was a good way of doing it. Just didn't get, got to get your head over that and get some pace on the ball and drill it in. It was just a little bit too floaty and easy for Castanera to come and claim.
Post-game fireworks for those at Cashman Field, presented by Red Apple Fireworks. San Diego will stay firmly in second in the Pacific Division. Orange County and Oakland on its heels. Tacoma began the night tied with Oakland, technically in fifth due to tiebreakers. Throw in far side for Las Vegas Lights. Sepulveda. Bruce Elmas-Mari against Hackworth. Good cross, headed away. Trejo will settle. Tony Leon pressured by Spencer. Deflected delivery. Jennings challenges edge of the box. Trejo's going to get there. First time shot, wide of the near post.
This sums up Trejo's performance though. Real hungry, sharp. He showed good pace to get onto that. Just couldn't get the angle on the left foot strike, but he's been a threat tonight. Obviously Jennings again winning the header. Both of those guys can be happy with their performance. Just overall, just haven't been able to pull it all together for the 90 minutes. The Lights.
Spencer wins the header. Uche strong against Moshabane. Rando. Direct from Uche. Stoneman that gets there ahead of Trejo. Nice work from Hackworth to keep it in play. Rando off his line just in front of Moshabane. Maybe one final push here from Las Vegas Lights. Presto. Chested down. Trejo scrapping. Stoneman clears. Clever first touch from Trejo, but he could not get away from Stoneman.
Yeah, it was a good ball up for him, wasn't it? Even to this 90 minutes, is doing the world of good. Get another 90 minutes under his belt. Get that match fitness back into the legs.
Full time at Cashman Field. It's a fourth win in 4 against Las Vegas this season for San Diego Loyal. 2 from Tomi Moshabane. He's up to 10 on the season. And San Diego stays in second in the Pacific Division. Ready for fireworks at Cashman Field.
Well, yeah, another night where the Lights started so well and just petered out towards the end of the game. San Diego, really good professional performance and deservedly ran out 4-2 winners.
We'll take a break. We'll wrap it up from Cashman right after this.
Desert Radiology is the area's chief resource for the highest quality medical imaging and diagnostic care. We're proud to offer 11 conveniently located imaging centers across the valley. As a member of the community for over 50 years, Desert Radiology is proud to be the official imaging partner of the Las Vegas Lights. To learn more, visit desertrad.com. That's desertrad.com. Let's go Lights!
Yo sé que tú puedes.
Tú puedes hacerlo, yo creo en ti. Estoy tan orgulloso de ti. No estás solo, estoy aquí para ti. No te rindas. Deja de fumar y vapear, por favor. Sigue intentándolo, valdrá la pena. Eres la persona más fuerte que conozco.
¡Fuerte!
Yo te admiro. Yo te admiro.
Yo te admiro.
Eres mi modelo a seguir.
Deja de fumar y vapear hoy.
Hazlo por ti. Hazlo por ti. Hazlo por ti. Hazlo por ti. Hazlo por mí. Hazlo por mí.
Hazlo por mí.
Hazlo por nosotros.
Nuestros niños están mirando. Para obtener ayuda gratuita para dejar de fumar y vapear, llame a la línea de ayuda de Nevada al 1855 Déjelo Ya. Es el 1855 Déjelo Ya. 1855-335-3569. Por mí, por ti, por nosotros. Viva saludable.
Post-game fireworks presented by Red Apple Fireworks. Fitting after the 4 goals scored in the second half. Matt Peterson with former Houston Dynamo midfielder Andrew Driver. Let's look at some full-time highlights. 4th meeting of the season. Vegas looking for its first ever win against San Diego. San Diego lost midweek at Oakland. And early on it was Cal Jennings off to the right for Christian Torres.
There's a few times in this game that the Lights did this really well. It was a well-worked goal, wasn't it? So direct and so pacey. 2 passes, well, 3 passes and you've got a goal. Danny Trejo deserved that, and they started so positively, didn't it, for the Lights? They did really well to get ahead in the game.
And then this from the right. Cheeky finish there from Guido. Big celebration from him, his 4th of the year.
Yeah, at that point the Lights had done really well, and Guido obviously did the right thing to get it. And that was the chance for Herzog, where there was a calamity of errors in the build-up to it, and this man then went on to finish the game off for San Diego. 2 goals for Mo Shabani. This one really good skill on the edge of the box. He got a little bit lucky with the first finish, but that little, and again here, the ball falling to him in the right place and clinical when he needed to be.
1 goal last year, his 9th and 10th of the season from the substitute. What a year it's been for teammate Mo Shabani. Brilliant ball here from Vasquez for Jennings.
Yeah, another well-worked goal from the Lights. There was positives there for the Lights tonight. Some of the play was really good, and this man Mo Shabani again killed off the game with a great ball into Williams and a nice finish from him at the back post.
And noteworthy, the first assist of the year for Tume Mo Shabani.
Yeah, it's funny, you see this here, the possession and shots actually came closer after the second half. It was an entertaining game. There was a lot of action, some mishaps, some controversy. But obviously San Diego, I think their experience and quality up front really showed them how they went on to win the game.
Full-time stats, 8 shots on target for San Diego, 5 on target for Las Vegas Lights. Worth noting, 8 corner kicks for Las Vegas. They did a good job to earn set pieces tonight.
Yeah, they did well. In spells, they did really well. It's been a microcosm of the whole season tonight. They spells, they did particularly well. They score good goals, but they just struggle to pull it together for a full 90 minutes. And when you play against a team with the quality San Diego Loyal have, they're going to punish you.
Tonight's hardest working man of the match is presented by Laborers International, the hardest working guys in Vegas. Danny Trejo, the man of the match for Las Vegas.
Yeah, I was impressed with him. He showed spells when he's been coming off the bench after his injury. Tonight, he's really pulled it together, and it's a really good 90-minute performance. He was sharp, he was good on the ball, very skillful, and deservedly got a goal.
Andrew Driver, your final thoughts on this one?
Entertaining game. San Diego, I think, deservedly winners in the end. Las Vegas, though, show the quality they have. They just need to pull it together for 90 minutes.
That will do it. For Andrew Driver and our entire team, Matt Peterson saying good night from Cashman Field. A total of 4 goals after halftime, including 2 from Tume Mo Shabani, who's up to 10 on the season, negating the first pro goal for Danny Trejo, and another goal for Cal Jennings, his 8th of the season. Another win for San Diego. Full time from Cashman. San Diego 4, Las Vegas 2. Good night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.